Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this video we are going to check out Gala's price chart. And if you remember, in the previous update we were right in here, and the idea was that we need to see ASAP a move on the upside in order to especially take this important high, because at that point this potential head and shoulder is going to get invalidated and we can say we're not going to reach to the target. And I said what we do not want to see is another move down in order to take this low, because that is kind of going to come from our head and shoulder, since at the same time in MACD we had in here a bit of a bearish divergence. There we go. These are a series of higher highs, but in MACD, as you can see clearly, we are having a series of lower highs, meaning bulls probably are losing power in this phase. So what happened? Unfortunately, we didn't get our move up. Instead, we got a continuation of this move down, and the moment that we took this low, our head and shoulder got confirmed, and we did actually in this phase reach to our target. Now, at the moment, in my opinion, the picture in Gala is getting a bit more complicated than before. Why is that? Because sure, according to my primary scenario, I do still believe that we are going to have another move on the upside in order to reach to about the lower band of this region, about let's say like the $1.9 area. But the structures that I'm seeing in the short term are kind of a bit tricky. Why is that? Let's zoom in more. Okay, I think I am able to identify in this phase down a 1, 2, and then like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into wave 3, correction for 4, another move on the downside into wave 5, and you know the deal, this is usually not an optimistic sign. So what do we want to see in Gala in the short term in order for us to not be pessimistic for the next couple of days? I'm gonna say it, a solid move up in order to take this important high about, let's say, 1.8 cents, and at that point we are going to continue this move in order to reach to about these regions. But that's not really important. What really matters from my point of view is this: are we going to, in this phase up, which hopefully is going to happen, take this major pivot high about, let's say, like 1.9 cents? Why is this important? Because let's go around here. Okay, you see, in a downtrend, we are having basically a series of lower highs and lower lows. And when can we say the trend has changed? When we get a move up, and in that move, we take the previous major pivot high. That's why taking this important high about 1.9 cents in Gala, from my point of view, matters quite a lot. Do not get me wrong. Overall, I do believe that we're going to get a move down in Gala, because even after we get another move up, well, okay, on a higher degree, what do we have? Even if we are looking like really optimistic, you know what, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, and what happens after it? A move on the downside. So you see, one way or the other, I am a believer of a move down coming in Gala soon. It's just a question of whether we are going to get our move down from the current point, or maybe before we get the move that we all expect, we're gonna have like one more move up, and then that will be it. And from here, we are going to start having hopefully a correction structure, because at that point, I'm going to be really optimistic and say this is probably a buy opportunity, because on a higher degree, this might be a wave 1, correction for wave 2, and then we're gonna have big move up into wave 3, 4, 5. So let's have a quick conclusion and wrap up today's video. Right now, because of the recent move down in Gala that we got, the picture is getting a little bit complicated, and I'm going to argue we need to see a move on the upside ASAP in the next 24 to about 48 hours. If we don't get that, and instead you see a move down in order to take this low, at that point, unfortunately, this bearish head and shoulder might actually get confirmed. And if this is happening, well, okay, what's the target for it going to be? You need to put your chart on regular scale and then measure the height of your pattern from here to about this point and put it at your breaking point. There we go. That will actually get you all the way down here to about like 1.2, 1.3 cents area. So again, if we get a break of the neckline, that's not going to be good. If we get a move up soon in the next 24 to about 48 hours, that could be another optimistic sign, indicating maybe in the short term we are going to continue this move. But overall, please remember, one way or the other in Gala, we are going to see a move down. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Gala's price chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.